Sideline of goal. Blake Widow's doing it. They're gonna take. He's gonna bring down 30. Almost with a double kill. Dropping fast. Final points there. He's still alive. Wait, oh, seconds left. He's going one side. He's going a second. He's taking a foul. Oh my God! On three. They're all dead.
Welcome back to the final day of Summit 2 at G2A.com European Group Stage matches. We've got another one that really doesn't matter. Alliance versus Fnatic. Neither of them have a chance of qualifying for the playoffs, so...
For honor.
What do you think, Merlini? Are we moving into Clown Town or what?
Well, we were there earlier today.
We're already...
Even second game. What's kind of Clown Town?
All right, so we're going to delve deeper into Clown Town.
We're in downtown Clown Town.
All right, we're going to check out the downtown. So Alliance, Fnatic, anything is the limit here. The sky is, wow, new Fnatic. New Fnatic. What do you think about the new Fnatic, Merlini? Ace, Arise, Rise, Honey, and
well,
I think Calculus has come with me.
What? No, Calculus is Calculus.
Oh, that's a different person?
Yeah.
I've never seen
Calculus.
Calculus.
Has been playing Dota for a really long time.
Oh, okay.
He's always been on like the fringe of tier 1 teams. Tier 1
okay.
players. Same with Ace and Rise, I'd say.
Is he one of those kind of like high, like NEL type players that everybody knows and plays with, but isn't
Yeah, kind of.
isn't on a team?
He used to be on a team. I think he plays with Ace and Rise a lot.
Okay.
Too, and Hani seems to be friends
So
with him.
I wonder what happened to Come With Me. He was on their roster. I don't know if he's just a temp stand-in today or what's going on, but well, maybe make things a little more difficult for Fnatic. They'll grab Skywrath Magnus out of the gate, and Alliance open with the Wisp Legion Commander. We've seen this duo a fair bit, but
It's a Tinker style pick.
yeah, things really get interesting here with pick number 4, Rubik, and then the Omni Knight.
They need a big and bad hero to combo with the Omni Knight, though. Legion Commander isn't going to cut it. As your repel, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Your steroid buffer.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like you could pretty much just go like the most glass cannon build that you want to go, like PA with no blur and Mask of Madness. If you have an Omni Knight and EO on your back, as well as a Legion Commander. So I'm curious to see what they're going to go for. It could also be something a little bit slower.
Maybe Alliance will just try to set the record for most plus damage on LC in a competitive game.
Maybe.
I mean, you could do it.
Get Refresher.
Yeah, get Refresher. I like the way you think, sir.
Yeah, so... Or they could also go to different route and go for Mass Sustain too, like Adusa or Necrolite with the Omni Knight and EO. So there's kind of 1 or 2 ways to play this sort of strategy.
Ooh,
and they have last pick too, so they can kind of counter
that. Would be a crazy tri-lane. Wisp, Omni Knight, Necrolite. How are you going to kill anybody?
You
in that tri-lane,
pop
I
the
mean.
Wisp.
You just kill the Wisp. Still, dude, that's a lot of sustain. And look at that, Fnatic, they'll actually ban out the Necrophos. They're scared, dude.
Yeah. But at the same time, they could have easily taken it 4th if they really wanted Necrophos. So I think they're really just waiting to counter Fnatic's pick rather than pick a hero that they really want.
Yeah.
So that's...
Now Fnatic are stuck with this casual Tiny. And we've seen Secret do it twice now, so it's a strategy they're comfortable with. Are Fnatic as comfortable
casual
with...
Tiny's good, dude.
The casual Tiny.
It's really good at like killing a Wisp too.
It is, it is good at killing Wisp. I don't think casual Tiny's bad. It just takes a certain degree of finesse. You know, if you go for that build like
Dota takes finesse. You can't just face roll with PKB Razor, Eye of the Storm.
Some things take more finesse than others.
I mean, I completely agree.
Going to Blink Dagger first on Tiny, that is a finesse build, dude. You got to finesse the shit out of that. Crystal Maiden, final pick, but look at this one. Ape Mother on the Shadow Friend.
Oh, so it's a carry Omni Knight.
Oh, Loda. Cool.
Seen it done a couple of times. It's hard to pull. It's very hard to pull off.
It is.
Is it more finesse than a Blink Dagger Tiny? Yeah, I'd say so.
I wouldn't use finesse. I would use space requirement. I don't know. If he has enough space and he can just sit there and freeform creeps, it's not that bad.
Anyone can do that.
Well, that's what I mean. It doesn't really take finesse, though, for Omni Knight. Like, what's the finesse? Just hit
You're
R
getting
at the right
pressured
time?
and then you carry.
Yeah.
That's hard.
I don't know. I feel like there's another word. I don't know what word it is, but something else that describes the struggle. Perseverance. He needs perseverance in the lane.
He needs 6 Ring of Health and 6 Void Stones.
Something like that. Well, Fnatic having some loading issues here, it looks like. But I do like the Omni Knight Shadow Fiend. We've seen this combo a lot from EG, and I think it's pretty scary. I think it works pretty damn well.
It is, but
know.
at the same time, they're going to have trouble with the range in Omni Knight, I feel like, this game, for a couple of reasons. Firstly, he has to stay out of range of Ravage, or else he's not going to be able to follow up and counteract any initiate by Fnatic. Secondly, they have 2 repositioning abilities with Blink Tiny Toss and Blink Skewer, so he can't just, like, you know, catch up to them unless he has a Blink himself, or his teammate has, like, BKB or something that they can easily counter-initiate with. So it's not terribly easy for Omni Knight this game. He's going to need some of whatever random adjective you want to insert.
Yeah. Well, carry Omni Knight, you know, I can recall a conversation with one Brian K-Pop Tosis Heron about core Omni Knight builds. And his argument, Sanj and Yasha, man.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, there really are. What do you look for on your carry Omni Knights, Merlini?
The oldest build is Radiance. And Lode is an old school player, so you might do Radiance.
I hope not. Radiance is boring.
It's alright. It's boring, but it gets the job done. There's also the Mass Musi build. Too, with like drums and Yasha, Sange and Yasha, Mask of Madness.
The other question is, will he really go carry, or is this just a farming priority Omni Knight where he'll just go like early Arcanes, early Mech, early Yules?
When have we seen Loda go team support items? I think it's a totally viable option.
I'm thinking more of last time I saw a position 1 Omni Knight, it was Korok that played it, and that's exactly what he did. Safe lane farm, went for the early support items, had like a 9-minute mech or something with arcanes, then just went for a fast Ags, and they had nothing.
That would
to
be
deal with
super ownage.
Yeah.
At the same time, Ags not that useful versus Fnatic's lineup.
All right, well maybe not the Ags, but still go into the mech, and then you can go
the
to
pipe.
A
My goodness!
A pipe. All right, whoa! Don't get too crazy here, Merlini. We might see a pipe this game.
No, we won't.
I doubt it. Over under that we see a pipe. I'm gonna go 95% not seeing a pipe.
It's not that high. I'll take the.
You'll take the under on that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think
so.
so.
We'll see, man. Anyway, let's introduce some positions here. We've got Old Loader on the Omni Knight here. Ake going to be joining him on the Wisp in lane. It'll be Admiral Bulldog in the off-lane LC, joined by Misery on the Rubik, and that puts 8 Mother mid. He's playing the Shadow Fiend here. No Arcana, so I'm not sure how I feel about this Shadow Fiend play. We'll see. Dire side.
They probably lost it all betting on Secret.
Yeah, well, Fnatic. They've got Calculus, offlane Tidehunter. Apparently, he's the new replacement for Come With Me. Somebody tweeted at me and said CWM was kicked.
Oh, really?
Hard to believe, I know. Hard to imagine. But Arise, he's on the Magnus solo mid. That one cracked up David Parker. I like that. We've got Rise on the CM, who's working the jungle right now. Ace will be taking the Skywrath Mage, and it'll be good old Hani farming away on the Tiny in the safe lane as we go through an array of pauses here.
They might be trying to go on Ace right here. I don't know, like just overwhelming odds is making a bum rush for Ace, and he's in a really good place to be telekinesis behind the creeps.
Yeah, he's only level 1. No attack to be pressed, but yeah, Ace could find himself in a bit of a sticky wicket here.
Nah, I mean, Honey has his avalanche to follow up, but still, Ace can take some damage here. Well, so going back to builds on Omni Knight, what else have I seen? I've seen just Orb of Venom into...
Oh, Oob is good, yeah.
Or into, like, Drums. I think Drums is, like, pretty good regardless, since he does need the mana and the stats and the move speed.
I agree with the Drums on that.
Mech is good, but they don't really have a 5-man lineup. So I would say Mech is probably not his main item. Midas, knowing Loda, that's a pretty high possibility.
Midas, now that could be fun. Midas Ags, dude.
Midas Radiance, man.
All right, so Ace, he's just harassing back Misery here, and
Calculus is dead.
You're right, he is. First blood.
Degen's owned it.
Dude, that Stout Shield actually doing some work there, but yeah, Loda draws the first blood, and this is how it starts with this carry Omni to get a little bit scary. Misery, he takes the Shockwave. Battle for the 2-minute rune up top. Arise will get telekinesed into it. He'll be okay.
Yeah, it's the Oof, man.
Yeah, there's the Oof Luda.
Oof plus Degen. Luda?
Oof Luda. Yep. Wisp is so excited he's playing his little Piccolo.
Have they broken down any trees besides that one next to the small camp? Nope. So not that much stacking coming out from them. A little bit unusual considering Alliance.
Yeah, still plenty of time to stack up though. How's the mid lane going? And it looks like Ape Mother holding his own 10-4 against the 9-2
good.
Magnus.
If you're Shadow Fiend, you're up in CS at level 3 or level 4. You're doing very well.
Yep.
It's only going to get worse for Rise.
Yeah, that's true. He's up to 16 souls already. There's a rotation from Rise. Smoked up on the CM.
Calculus is
Dire's
just getting
bottom tower is
whomped
under
on
attack.
with T2.
Ape Mother. Oh, a Rise. He misses the skewer. And he just turns and starts chunking down the CM. Tiny will find a kill on the Legion commander up top as we're looking at this. Thought they might be able to do a little more damage to Rise, but all right, Hani gets a kill here in the top lane. That's good stuff, set up by Ace.
Yeah. Important. Misery just kind of walking around doing Rubik things.
Ruby Tuesday stacking up. What do we have here? Double stack in the hard camp, and looks like that's all the stacking he's gotten done. So, all right, baby steps, Merlini. Got to get started somewhere.
It's important for Shadow Fiend to do those stacks. He needs his BKB or Blink Dagger or Shadow Blade, whatever he wants to go for ASAP. Or even Midas, but generally you want that like second item, that mobility / utility item before you can start doing things.
Yeah. Bulldog pulling some neutrals into the lane here. A lot of low health neutrals, trying to clean them up with the overwhelming odds. Yeah, it looks like it's going okay for Bulldog in this off lane, all things considered, even though he did get picked off. Going better for him than it is for Calculus. Actually, it's pretty even. I take that back. Both offlaners in a similar level of struggling. Loda goes to the Soul Ring after the Orb of Venom. I do like this item on the Omni Knight. He's one tanky guy that can handle the damage of the Soul Ring. But Bulldog, he's in some trouble. He presses his attack, but not before getting silenced. Rise sets it up. There's your avalanche from Hani. Can they get in for a toss? Hani wants it. He'll commit for it, and he'll find it.
But not before everyone takes like 3 tower hits. They had a TB response from, let's say, like Rubik or even Omni Knight. It would have been pretty big for them. But looks like Loda going to selfish build this game.
Yeah, he could have sold that branch, picked up a TP scroll.
I don't know if he needs Soul Ring. Soul Ring is I would say a necessity if you don't get Arcanes or if you don't have a Wisp. But since he does have a Wisp, not completely.
Ooh, telekinesis onto Calculus. Loda's there, going to drop the heal bomb. Do they have the damage? One more! But the Tide makes it back to safety. What a close call for the Watermelon.
Maybe Stout Shield, GG Stout Shield saving lives.
Dude, that thing really is going for that value point in Kraken.
A lot of people don't like to get it along with the Kraken Shell since they don't stack. But
well, the first point stacks, sort of.
Yeah, it kind of stacks.
The first point kind of works in tandem. But, yeah, once you get the second point, Kraken Shell is always just better, and third and fourth point.
Dire's
Well, what's the
bottom
same as
tower
the
is
South
under
Shield? And
attack.
third and fourth point, it's just straight up better. So if you want to go with the value point, it's okay.
I mean, it's only, what, 125 gold investment?
Yeah.
I mean, 250 gold, but you can get 125 back. So it's not
Oh,
even that
Calculus. He walks into the danger zone, Merlini. Ake tethers over. Loda lining up the heal bomb. There she blows. And Misery gets credit for that one. This time, Alliance may try to claim a tower out of it. Ake's got his bottle, tethered up to Loda, giving him some of that yummy heal. They've got a big creep wave shoving into this tower, and looks like Alliance will get a nice little gold boon right out of the gate. There you go, Loda just nuking the creep wave. Easy peasy.
They're getting pretty good levels on Emerald Bulldog too. Almost hitting level 6, so maybe get some dual kills online soon. Dual plus Purify.
Speak of the Bulldog up top, he might be in a little bit of trouble. Has himself a bottle, will press his attack, but Rise in hot pursuit. We'll have a Frostbite up in just a second here. A Rise coming in, skewer, RP, but Misery's there. Telekinesis back. Bulldog gets hit by the shockwave. Will sip up the bottle, just barely able to survive. And now Fnatic getting caught in a sandwich. Ake and 8 Mother coming around the backside, going hard on a Rise. He'll TP out, and it looks like Ace will get left behind, ends up falling. Now Rise on the run. Hani rendezvous with him, connects with a combo onto Ake. They find the kill there, but they lose their Crystal Maiden in exchange. 8 Mother now baiting back Tani, and Misery does have a telekinesis, might be able to set something up. Will telekinesis him? Nope, just towards the rune as Loda coming in. They might still be able to find a kill on Tiny here. Loda gets tossed away. Ace actually now bumps right into Loda. The Degen Aura doing some serious work on top of the Oov. Loda, can he grab another one? Now takes a silence. Skewers running amok. They find the kill onto the Rubik. And Loda, I think he'll survive this. No, the toss forward arises there. He gets healed up. There's the ultimate, but the doves do magic damage. And Ace will arcane bolt him to death.
Man, no value point repel.
Yeah.
Tisk.
It's a 2 for 3. Fnatic come out ahead after that long fight.
That could have been a lot cleaner for Fnatic. The CM Rise actually went for a 0-1-2, the greedy CM build with 2 in Aura before 1 in Crystal Nova. If they had Crystal Nova, they would have just killed LC way before she got to the tower.
Yeah, that 1 point in Frostbite is pretty lackluster. 1.5 seconds of crowd control. But Bulldog found his level 6, so at least has duel now. Perhaps we'll start getting a little bit more active on that front. Ape Mother, he's just gone for these early kind of stats items. Has the Aquila, now a full magic wand, and hold on to a belt of strength. So nothing too crazy, no fast Midas on him, but is beefing up and getting some nice valuable stat items here on this Shadow Fiend.
Looks like the movement speed from Omni Knight.
Oh.
He's getting there.
All right, he's got the phase boots.
Inscribed Hammer of the Stalwart Soul.
Dire's
Watch out.
top tower is under attack.
What
Wow.
a set name.
Looks like a good one.
Well,
Bulldog down bottom. Yeah, Bulldog's just going to get smacked as we're admiring some of these cosmetics here. Looks like Hani will be moving into a Midas first item after the tread. So, getting some value stats of his own. And then making the transition into farming. Lotus still at no point in repel. I have a feeling he'll grab it at level 8, but skirmish may break out in the tree line here. Arise whiffs the RP. And now Misery in some trouble. Skewer forward. That'll be enough to find the kill there. Dominating streak now out for Hani as he gets the last hit. And Alliance will be repelled from their tower push.
Well played, well played. Things are going a little bit slowly for Alliance right now. They'll get the ball rolling hopefully when Wisp hits 6. Haven't been able to capitalize on any duels. That looks like Admiral Bulldog going to bare bones build.
Yep. Just boots model and probably pulling up for the blink. Loda walks right into Hani, hits him with the nuke, the purification. As Hani's on the backside, tosses him into the tower where Rise is. Now the repel comes out from Loda. He'll be able to walk out of tower range, but Ake caught by the Frost Nova, hit by a shockwave, enough for the kill. And Rise will walk away.
Loda's like, screw you, I'm not healing you.
Well, all right, another easy pickoff for Fnatic. Makes it now 8-4, and they're still well on their way. Ape Mother is still getting a lot of farm in the mid lane while all this is going on, which is kind of the one thing keeping Alliance in okay shape in terms of team net worth. But Fnatic are grabbing a lot of momentum, and Hani will have a pretty decently timed Midas if this keeps up.
Yes, he will.
Dire's middle
and
tower
how
is under attack.
Arise's Blink Dagger coming along? Just 100 gold, so he's shaping up pretty good too.
Yeah, he will do it without Arcane Boots. Opts for a bottle, straight into Blink. We'll grab I'm thinking about a TP scroll.
Yeah, he doesn't need Arcanes as badly as a normal game because of the Crystal Aura.
Yeah.
Or Arcane Aura, whatever.
Yeah, CM now moving into a 2-1-2 build, so getting an extra point in the Crystal Nova there.
Uh-oh, Loader.
Oh, Loda.
Dire's middle
Can he get off a
tower is
repel?
under
Yes, he
attack.
can. It's only level 1, so has a few seconds before CM can hit him with the slows. They'll continue to chase him down. There's the Ancient Seal, Crystal Nova, Mystic Flare. Loda's dead. Easy one on the Omni Knight. Now Arise coming in. RP on Misery as he TPs into the danger zone.
Where's the TP response? Like, he was like way out next to the secret shop. He repels. He has 4 seconds. No TPs. And then they TP once he's like almost dead.
Yeah, and then Misery ends up paying for it.
This
so
team's supposed to be used to protecting Loda.
the Omni Knight's throwing him off. Bulldog, he says, hey guys, I'm busy farming up my Blink Dagger. Don't ask me for help. And Ape Mother, he says pretty much the same thing. He's got his core items now, 1,200 gold. We'll see where he goes. I have not seen Ape Mother play much Shadow Fiend. So is he a Blink kind of guy? Is he a BKB kind of guy? Where does he like to go?
Ape Mother is usually a pretty safe player, so I think he'll go for BKB. Blink's a little risky here too, especially if he's not going to get any repels. But he's just going to be going neutral camp. Probably won't see him in action for some time. He could also go like a different build, like a. Have you seen Manta Rush? Manta, like Drum's Manta's not that bad either.
Alright, well, the Midas is now out on Hani, so he's in it for the late game here.
Dire's top
Looking
tower
to secure
is
that
under
farming
attack.
edge, and
Loda's going to see it and get jealous.
yeah, that could happen. But I don't know if they really want to go late against a Tiny, even with all these great defensive abilities in the Wisp and the Omni Knight. LC has 0+ damage at 12 minutes. Hasn't even really thought about a duel. Although, with that said, Bulldog is getting pretty close to his Blink. He will get a little lane control back, and after he finishes off these neutrals here, he'll be pretty damn close.
The pool.
Did he really? Oh.
Yeah.
Bulldog, you silly willy.
Still, gets a blink dagger.
Yeah, he'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, Hani TP's up top. Looks like he'll find a tower deny there. And nice little
Dire's
play
top
from
tower has been
Tiny.
denied.
The Midas isn't so bad on Tiny. Getting that extra bit of attack speed. Does up his
Dire's
DPS a
bottom
fair
tower
bit. He'll
is
probably
under
still
attack.
go into the Ags. But we'll see. I feel like I saw Hani do this maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
He really
before
likes his
Star Ladder.
blink dagger though.
Yeah. He might go
Dire's
Blink
bottom
Dagger
tower
Ags. I
is
think an
under
Aghanims
attack.
is still not out of the question, though, even though he has a farming tool. Misery mid will get converged on. Crystal Maiden starts it off. The Ancient Seal, more than enough to secure the kill as Arise skewers forward and takes him down.
Too easy.
Yeah, Fnatic getting a lot of momentum as it just seems to be pick-off after pick-off. Alliance still farming pretty efficiently around the map, but looking okay for Fnatic. 8 Mother will clear out some stacks, and oh, speak of the
Honey getting
devil, they'll
caught.
find him, and Mystic Flare, yeah, he's dead.
Honey got dueled on top too.
Oh, okay, well, they find a kill, so
Dire's
core
top
for core.
tower is under attack.
I guess kind of even. What did Shadow Fiend have coming out? Oh, he went Ultimate Orb, first item.
Ooh, what's that for?
Whoa, Merlini's woke up all of a
Radiant's
sudden.
middle
What's
tower
going
is
on
under
here,
attack.
Mr.
Manta
Shadow
style,
Friend?
maybe?
Dire's top tower
Yep,
is under attack.
great against the Skywrath Silence.
Why would he just go Shiasha though?
Radiant's
Yeah, I don't
bottom
know.
tower is
Lincoln's.
under
Look
attack.
at this, Loda. Blink Dagger Omni Knight.
Blink heal.
Dude, he's all about this movement speed. Phase Boots, Blink Dagger. What are you doing here, Loda? Going in on Calculus.
The blink heal.
Radiant's
Armor of
bottom
Unstoppable.
tower
omniscience.
is under attack.
Oh, Tide's scared. He's got a Ravage. He's thinking about it. Rise going in, looking for the opening. It's bait. Misery coming around the backside. Telekinesis onto the Watermelon. Stuns up the Crystal Maiden. Now Loda in hot pursuit. Degenora can't get in position. Now the Magnus comes in. RP on 2. Ake and Misery in some trouble. The duel from Bulldog. Freezing Field comes out. Tide Hunter does go down. Winner does come out in favor of the Bulldog. Now Rise on the run. Loda giving him the hammer. Finds the kill there. Rise coming back in. Shockwave secures the double kills. He brings down Bulldog. And 8 Mother gets left behind. It is Fnatic that come out ahead. A 2-for-4 exchange. And Loda lives only because of the Blink Dagger. Not the team fight that Alliance wanted. And once more Fnatic getting a fabulous
Radiant's
trade.
bottom tower is under attack.
Bulldog with a pretty clutch duel there. He dueled the Titaner right when he was on Ravage. Oh, buddy.
Oh, Arise taking a lot of damage, but Skewer back. Loda, that's a kill there. Now Misery coming in with the stolen Skewer. Where's the follow-up damage, though? A lot of low-health heroes. They can't find any kills. Instead, it's a couple of feeds from Loda and Misery. And the successful fight Fnatic had will now be followed up by another set of pickoffs and giving them about a 2,500 gold swing there in terms of net worth.
Get punched by the Empower Tiny.
Yeah, dude.
Rocks to the face.
He was giving him the old rock biter there, just smacking him with granite. Bulldog coming in, duel on to Rise. Might still get some pick-me-up damage out of this one. There you go. Plus 30 damage on your LC.
What a bully.
What a bully.
Smacked around CM.
Picking on girls, man. Actually, I
Yeah.
guess LC is a girl, so.
Shadow Fiend with this build.
8 Mother. 8 Mother. Uh-oh, he's on the low ground. They'll find him. Hani goes in, hits him with a combo. Shadow Fiend eats his wand charges, but they burn a Ravage for it, and they get the kill. Back-to-back deaths on the Shadow Fiend. Yeah, that'll set him back a bit. A worthy use of the Ravage. Now, can they make the escape? Hani goes back to the high ground, opts the TP out, and it's the right call as he, I don't want to say just barely lives, but a bit of a close call. Okay. Well, Fnatic.
All wands will break.
I mean, Elijah's not really playing with that much teamwork right now.
Yeah, they're kind of just running around.
Yeah.
And that's what it feels like. They're just kind of cruising, looking at their options. But Loda, relocate right onto Ace. Here we go. That's a duel. That's a win.
There's some teamwork right as we speak.
RP from Arise does pump fake it and looking for the right opportunity. Stun from Tiny, connects on Loda. The relocate out just barely keeps Loda alive. That shockwave was inbound. And that would have been a dead Omni Knight, I think. Clutch plays from the Wisp.
Yeah, definitely would have. All wands will break.
Well, there's your Blink Dagger on the Tide Hunter. So Calculus, he's getting there. 17 minutes. Could be worse. And we'll have another pause.
Man, these things are flying everywhere. What's going on?
probably just flew up somebody's ears.
Yeah, things aren't shaping up well for Alliance, and I don't really know what their comeback plan is. Like, if they repel Shadow Fiend or Legion Commander, none of them are strong enough to really do anything on their own. They could just kind of get ignored, maybe throw a Anchor Smash at them, and then ignore them for the most part. Shadow Fiend's still very, very squishy without it, so he can't really play without repel, especially with something like Ravage and Blanket AoE that he can't avoid.
Yeah. I'm curious what 8 Mother's going for here. Do you think it'll be a Lincoln's first item? Scotty Rush?
Well,
Manta?
Lincoln's Rush used to be pretty common when you have Omni Knight on your team, because if you have Repel and Lincoln's, you can't get the Repel diffused off, so you're like very close to invulnerable.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom
in
tower
this
is
game,
under attack.
I highly doubt Fnatic's going to be able to defuse anytime soon because they're not scared of the Repel. So that's kind of out of the question. It's not really that great versus these heroes too, since they have AoE stunts and not something like Bat Rider, which you would also want.
And against the Tide Tiny, I would have thought BKB might be your go-to item.
Dire's
Yeah,
middle
BKB
tower
or
is
some
under
other
attack.
utility item so you can gank.
I feel like it's got to be a Manta. Scotty Rush just doesn't seem... I just don't see the value here.
Yeah, I think we can eliminate Lincoln's from the equation. So it's really either Manta or Scotty. He's probably way too slow for Scotty to be that effective either.
Yeah,
Like, he's not going to do enough damage. I feel like Manta's the best choice for him.
Yeah. Hey, purge off that silence, but look at this. The Cavalry's here. No Ravage for another 25, but Fnatic, they're ready to defend if Alliance are foolish enough to cross this
Dire's
path.
middle
Tier 1
tower
tower
has
gets
been
denied.
denied.
Ake hops forward here as Misery. Oh, he stole a toss. He's throwing his Wisp in there like a little snowball.
Easy toss tether out.
Yeah.
Free spam damage.
A little scary, though. Wisp is squishy.
He could also go Scythe. That's probably more likely than Lincoln's, but still not very probable.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen Scythe on Shadow Fiend. I've actually seen Hani do that build, but
It's a later...
not a first item. Yeah, that's like your 5th item slot type pickup. Loda, ooh, daddy.
No
Toss
sorceries
coming his way.
available.
He'll blink to safety, and he'll be okay as the repel comes out. But another close call there on the Omni Knight.
And now Fnatic know they're like way stronger than Alliance, just sweeping down all the towers, making
Radiant's
good use of their
bottom
blink
tower is
daggers in
under
terms
attack.
of threatening Alliance with
Radiant
you better not come
structures
close
are
or we'll
fortified.
destroy you. And flip side, Alliance playing very well, just dodging the
Radiant's
fights,
bottom
trying to
tower has
outfarm, get
fallen.
their items up,
Dire's
because
top
right
tower
now they
is
really
under
don't
attack.
have that much.
Yeah, Tier 1 tower goes down in the bottom lane, and Alliance will move towards the top Tier 2. Fnatic TP in, and looks like they will try to make a hold. Glyph still available, but Alliance will not press the issue, and they'll retreat as soon as they see Fnatic making their way to mount a defense. It looks like
Dire's
Loda will now
top
move
tower is
into
under
the Aghanim
attack.
Scepter after all here, Merlini. Point booster picked up on ol' Omni Knight.
Yeah, I don't really know why he's going for Ags.
Yeah, Uther's trying to team
It could also
fight.
be a Scotty. He has 2 parts, so...
That's a good point. Could be a Scotty. Are they just going to go double Scotty first items? Scotty boys?
Well, it's not a bad strategy to just tank through the ultimates of Fnatic, since they have a lot of front loader bursts.
8 Mother is going
But-
Manta. He's got a Blade of Alacrity on the courier.
Okay. Whew, mystery solved.
Yeah.
But I would say like 95 out of 100 players would go for the Yasha first.
Yeah. Relocate on to Hani in the mid lane. Follow up is there. Calculus comes in with a Ravage. Connects on 3. Bulldog hops in with a duel. They've already lost their Omni Knight, and Bulldog will not be able to take the duel as victory. Instead, it will be a 3-0. Make it 4 as Fnatic take a very convincing team fight, and Alliance just thinking that would be an easy pick on Tiny, but little did they know.
Very
Fnatic
nice
had
silence
their
by
whole
Ace.
team there. Yeah.
He uses the Ancient Seal on Omni Knight, and then a follow-up Blink Ravage. Fight is over from there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And now, even more momentum going the way of Fnatic.
Radiant
3,000
structures
gold,
are fortified.
almost 3,500 experience. In the Dire's favor. They'll get a Tier 1 tower out of it. It's already been glyphed, and there you go. CM picking up the
Radiant's
Midas
middle
20 minutes
tower
in.
has fallen.
We've talked about this at Star Ladder a bit. If Ryze can put that Midas to good use, CM will be able to scale towards the late game. Second Midas on the team. As Hani, he's looking towards his Aghanims, and he's only 500 gold away. So he's number 1 on net worth, and you'll see that farm just continue to skyrocket with a Midas and Ags.
And Empower.
And Empower. Oh, God. Farming up stacks like it ain't no thing. Speak of the devil down bottom. Hani getting a little too excited, but Arise is there. RP just on Loda. Hani forced to use his invisibility rune and will walk to safety. Doesn't have a TP scroll for another 30 seconds. And, yeah, he'll just be able to walk back. So, well, a wasted RP, but not the end of the world.
Alliance just don't really have any damage. All their damage dealers are forced to run away, or they just don't have any items to complement their skill set. Legion Commander working on that Blade Mail, but it's been a very slow Chainmail plus Power Treads post Blink. Shadow Fiend still sitting with that good old Ultimate.
Yeah.
That is not efficient.
Well,
Stats.
he has a Yasha on the courier, but
It's like masking Ogre Clubs.
yeah, I mean the Yasha is just so much better in terms of a value item. The movement speed, the damage it gives you, it lets you farm a lot more effectively.
Well, he's gonna die anyways. I think is the bigger point. Like if the 10 strength saves you from a death, then I think it's worth it. But in this sort of game, it doesn't really seem like it. 'Cause he dies to Ravage or RP.
Up in 15. There's your duel onto Ace. Looks like some free damage for Bulldog. Yeah, they'll find a pick off there on the Skywrath. And now Alliance may feel a little more comfortable going into the pit, but that's extra time for these big ultimates to cool down. Tides is up now and still about 25 seconds on the RP. BKB, fresh 10 seconds up on the Magnus now.
Radiant's middle tower.
Fnatic are just ready for them to come into the pit. There's the Ravage. Connects on 3 to get things started. Requiem of Souls will fly out, and there's your GA from the Omni. That'll help turn things around. They get the kill on the Tide Hunter. They've already lost their Wisp, but now 8 Mother pressing forward, and Fnatic are on the defensive. They get a kill on the Crystal Maiden off to the side. Loda hops forward onto Hani, takes a combo, but gets off the heel, brings him down. Now Arise coming back in, will finish off Loda. And this other little fight breaking out down bottom, Bulldog versus Ace. Looks like Bulldog will come out victorious, finds another duel, a triple kill for Bulldog, getting a lot of damage out of this fight. He'll be able to find his Blade Mail after this, and it looks like a 2-for-4 trade in favor of Alliance.
It's a very smart play by Alliance. What they did was they had the Shadow Fiend sit inside with Tether and then make it look like they were doing Roche, and then Fnatic forced to initiate on them because they don't want Roche to die, but they also don't have vision, so they can't really wait. So he blinks in, he ravages, he only hits 2, and then Omni Knight's able to pop all his cooldowns reactively since the supports are in a decent position to not get hit by the Ravage. And on top of that, they also control the Magnus, so he didn't really hit an RP until the end of the fight.
Yep, so there you go. 5,000 gold, experience just about zeroed out. And again, there were at least 2 successful duels for Bulldog that fight. Yeah, I think it was only 2 with that 50-second cooldown. But still, up to 72 damage now. He's coming online a little bit. Aegis goes the way of Shadow Fiend, who also finishes up his Manta style. And Wisp, almost done with mech, about 150 gold away. So Alliance really getting a lot out of that exchange. But we have to remember there's still 2 Hands of Midas on the side of Fnatic. So they do have some farming tools here. And Tiny with that Eigenim's can flash farm if Alliance slow down the tempos of this game.
You're one of the Hands of Midas instead of Hand of Midases? Hand of Midai?
Hands of Midai. Yeah, I don't know. Midas is such a... It's got to be hands. Ooh, mid lane. They'll go in onto Arise, gets off his BKB, skewers back Loda, and he gets off the Blink Dagger. So, well, the Rhinoceros lives through the onslaught and does reveal the smoke of Alliance. The jig is up, as they say, Merlini.
Pushing into this is really risky. They might have just won a big fight, but that was only because they had superior positioning. Pushing into the T2 is just death.
Yeah, almost catching the Tide. Fnatic with these fast fingers, using those Blink Daggers to much avail. But here you go, 8 Mother in the front lines, tethered up, Repel ready to rock, just laying into this Tier 2 tower, trying to bait out Fnatic into an engagement that they aren't quite interested in. Ace looking on the high ground. Bulldog comes over, finds the duel. The follow-up damage is there. Bulldog finds himself some extra bonus damage. And a quick pick on the Skywrath Mage. That's going to be his target of choice anytime he can find it. And it's just an easy kill for him this time. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Tiny did get a tower kill, but 8 Mother going hard onto Calculus. Throwing in the right clicks. Arise with an awkward skewer in the middle of the fight. Won't connect on anything. 8 Mother channels the Requiem, goes in onto Tiny, who does find a kill on the Rubik. But Hani in some trouble, taking a lot of damage. Bulldog comes in, but a huge Ravage to break it up. Now the RP to follow. Arise, turning things around here, brings down the Aegis, finds a kill on the Wisp, picking up a monster kill for himself. But now that 8 Mothers come back to life, he'll find a recovery kill, ends the streak. Loda is still alive, and it looks like Alliance will be able to stand their ground a bit longer despite this awkward fight. Now the blink forward, duel onto the Crystal Maiden, more damage for the Bulldog, and on the backside, Calculus will go blow for blow with Loda, which proves to be a costly mistake. Now Ace getting clicked by 8 Mother. He's just going ham under this Tier 2 tower. A triple kill now out for him and Arise with no option but to run back towards the base. It's a chaotic fight in the mid, but in the end, it's Alliance that come out ahead.
And I really underestimated Shadow Fiend's damage output with just a Manta and power treads. He does so much damage. Granted, he has repel, so he can play really riskily, but man, especially on heroes like Skywrath and CM, my goodness.
And now Hani getting a bit aggressive here. 8 Mother, there's that repel you're talking about. You can still toss magic immune targets. That'll secure a kill onto Loda. 8 Mother doing everything he can as Bulldog comes in, secures the kill, has a duel in about 1 second. Arise trying to be cheeky here. Blink Dagger getting interrupted by the Shadow Fiend. Blink from Bulldog up in just a second, but Arise lucks his way into an invisibility rune, and he will survive the chase. But now Bulldog hops onto the high ground, presses his attack, gets caught inside of a frostbite, looking for a duel on Rise for some easy damage, but won't be able to find it. And now Arise will scout things out with his invisibility rune. And
he's looking for a skewer. Up on the high ground. Can he do it? No. His team's not close enough.
All right, Bulldog will live. So there you go. Let's look at this gold graph. And yeah, she's just about zeroed out as Fnatic.
Wait, he's still not scot-free.
RP, skewer to the low ground. Beautiful setup from Arise right into Calculus and Ace. And they end the mega kill streak of the Bulldog. Ace finding some vengeance for all those lost duels.
Well played.
Yeah, good use of that invisibility rune. So now Fnatic, they actually take the gold lead. Well, regain a little bit of that gold lead there, and it's looking a little bit better, but it's still a damn even game. Who are you favoring right about now, Merlini?
T Midas.
Healing shot.
Actually, Alliance is usually known as T Midas.
Yeah.
I say Fnatic. All they need is just they had a pretty good chain of ultimates there. The Ravage and RP, and all they need is for Alliance to not have an Aegis and to have a little bit more burst inside of that. A lot of that has to do with, let's say, like Tiny or Skywrath being alive for the start of the fight instead of getting caught by duel every single time. So if they just execute a little bit better, I think they have the edge. The problem is Alliance has been out executing them in these team fights and just outplaying them.
Hani could be in some trouble here as Alliance are smoked up. They'll bump into Calculus. Hope you brought your calculator to class because Calculus is about to be figured out. And yep, they'll put him in his grave. It's a slide rule kind of day, Merlini.
Abacus.
Oh, put that TI-89 away, Calculus.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy. This is a pretty action-packed game, though, and ooh, here you go. You got your global GA duration bumped up to 9 seconds at level 2. Cheese and crackers. Ooh, relocate down bottom. No, I'm not going to find anything. But yeah, this is really annoying, this GA. This is...
It's only annoying for Hani, though. I guess a little bit for Tidehunter, too, since he has physical damage, but it's not that big of a deal.
I mean, the Tiny, he's Wampin', dude.
He's Wampin'.
He's got the Willow, he's level 16. He hurt.
Fuse little Tiny, man.
It could be a thing. Could happen this game.
I think someone on Fnatic needs a Diffusal now for that GA.
Well, it looks like Magnus is going for a Maelstrom, so he's busy.
Top tower has fallen.
Tide, yeah, probably not your best candidate for it. Yeah, maybe it will be Tony.
I don't think Tiny's gonna get it though.
I think Hani wants an AC here.
Yeah, he wants more damage.
He's busy also.
He wants crit. He wants Manta. He wants Butterfly.
Oh, man, talk about recovery though. Bulldog's up to 104 damage. He was off to such a slow
Yeah,
start.
that one fight on bottom.
Radiant structures
Where he got
are
2 duels.
fortified.
Yeah, 2 duels off.
Oh. Your 2 in the bottom lane gets whomped down by Tiny.
Tower has fallen.
And there's your Maelstrom Magnus, so watch out the Rhino, man. He's throwing those auto attacks. Gonna get that Mjolnir and get a big buff. Whoa, here we go. Duel Bulldog going YOLO onto Ace. He still wins the duel. And there's your GA from the Omni Knight. Requiem goes off. But it's not looking so hot for Fnatic. They lose 2 straight away. Now Hani left behind. It'll be a quick 3-0. And Alliance, well,
easy dual GA.
Yeah, dude, that's the power of the LC with the Agged Omni. It's just ridiculous. So you can YOLO any duel you want. And Loda just says, "Oh, I got you. Don't worry." Across the map.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Pretty solid.
Pretty interesting.
I like this. I like the creativity.
Well, it's also
coming out
just
of
Purify,
Alliance.
too. Purify plus duels actually a lot of damage.
Yeah, good stuff.
Be
So
fearless.
here we go. Buyback from Hani. And Alliance, they'll still stick with it here. Both sides used a lot of cooldowns in that fight. There is still a Ravage available. And here's the duel. Goes in onto Hani. They want to finish him off again. But he gets skewered back. Bulldog getting a little too gully that time. Hands over a bit of damage to the Tiny.
Winner!
And yeah, a little ambitious that time. Nice skewer from Arise. And they'll even get a pick-me-up onto Misery's Rubik as they overcommit. So, all right, Fnatic stick around a little longer, but now a full Daedalus out on the Shadow Fiend.
And they just need to wait for GA. They also can do Aegis very easily with Shadow Fiend and Omni Knight. So, should try and aim for that. All they need to do is outlast the Fnatic ultimates too. So either BKB dodge, tank up, repel, Aegis. All these are tools for key tools for Alliance to win the team fight. Yeah, Legion has a ton of damage right now. 122. Just caught up quite nicely.
Yeah, he's getting there, dude.
More sex for old Honey. Honey
Yeah.
monster.
The Honey Bear. Plate mail. Yeah, he's getting close to the.
He
the
gets
AC.
kited though. He has no blink dagger. He also has no way to deal with GA.
And he's almost out of drum charges. That's his only gap closer, dude. He's running low. Oh boy. Roche number 2 up in about 10 seconds. Okay, 15 seconds. And that could be the next focal point. It looks like AC will be out for Hani in about 500 gold. So I think Fnatic may try to be a little bit more patient until that next big core item comes out.
All wands will
Here we
break.
go. Armor of Omniscience. Repel. Out onto 8 Mother. Blink Dagger forward. Goes in onto Rise. 3 shots him down. Showing off that crit. Force Staff ain't going to save you from the souls. Now Ace caught in a telekinesis. 8 Mother comes in and oh, Jesus, dude, the crits. RP on 2. Arise looking to skewer him, but not going to happen. And now he just gets dueled. He gets dropped like he's hot. And Alliance find a very fast 3-for-0 as they invade the dire side of the map.
Man, they're not
Dire's middle
able to
tower
fight at
is
all.
under attack.
Yeah. It looks like
Especially without, I mean,
Dire's middle tower
jeez,
has
without
fallen.
ultimates, without Diffusal Blade. I don't think it was a bad
Dire's
build
middle
coming out from
barracks
Honey.
are
It's
under
just,
attack.
I don't
Dire's
know.
middle barracks
I didn't really
has
see where it
fallen.
all just like started going downhill for Fnatic.
Dire's top tower
I
is
think
under
right around the
attack.
time that Omni got the Aghanim's, that kind of felt like the turning point where that was right after Bulldog did that kind of
Dire's
YOLO
top tower
duel and they
has
wiped him
fallen.
up. That was when they really lost the momentum. They just never got it back. 8 Mother got his Daedalus off that fight,
Dire's
and
structures
now they
are
just. I
fortified.
mean, the Shadow
It
Fiend
seemed
just
like
does
it
too
fell
much
apart
damage.
before
Dire's
then,
top
though.
barracks
Yeah.
are under
Like
attack.
Fnatic had a pretty big lead, and then all of a sudden, maybe it was, I'm not sure,
10 minutes ago.
around the time of like Rise Midas, when it started to feel like things were.
Yeah, that was about the time Bulldog started getting a lot of momentum.
But at the same time, it's not like the Midas really changed.
Yeah.
It's hard to pinpoint it on that.
Ravage from Calculus. Loda, he's right there with the G8 to turn it around, and the stolen Ravage from Rubik. Flying through, secures the kill on the Tide Hunter. Rise channels his ultimate for about a third of a second, and just gets chopped down. Bulldog gives him some rabies, and, well, Fnatic might be time to
Oh, what a telekinesis.
consider the tap out here as Arise goes in. BKB on, but 8 Mother, he's going ham. Looks like he brought a ham sandwich for lunch because he's going to drop the hammer once more on the Hani. The shake and bake is real.
Oh, I know what happened. They actually worked together, and they repelled the 8 Mother, and then they like went in with duels and then relocated and stuff.
Bulldog, he's going to dive it, and he's going to live it.
Dire's top barracks
Easy
has
dives.
fallen. Dire's
Easy
middle
dives, easy
tower
life.
is under attack.
Well, Merlini, it was a noble effort, but it's looking pretty good for Alliance.
Yeah, the Omni Knight's cool. It is a support Omni Knight, like you said.
Fear not, Harris.
Kind of support.
Dire's
Yeah,
middle tower
let's
is
see, where
under
does
attack.
item build end up going into?
Refresher.
Yeah, Blink Eggs Refresher. It's support-ish. It's very core. Of course, he had a lot of farm, a lot of space. Got the first blood, so you can't hope for much more than that. You're safe.
Yeah,
playing
they
fun when
owned
you're on
Knight
the.
really badly.
Yeah, Calculus got slapped around.
He needed a TP scroll
Yeah.
instead of just getting chased with all the mass slows.
Yep.
That would have helped him out a lot.
So what a game! Did you see the new setup? Look, it's like you're in the game, man. Wild and crazy.
Look at these fantasy points.
Oh, man. 14 on the Tiny. Wow. I guess Hani played a pretty good game, but that's a lot of fantasy points for a loss.
He farmed a lot. Got a lot of kills.
He did farm a lot.
Didn't die that many times.
Number 2 in CS.
High XP per minute.
That's all you need for your fantasy points. Fantasy boys out there.
I forgot the formula that they use to calculate.
I don't think I ever knew.
I always point out when people get negative fantasy points.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's quite the accomplishment.
It is. That's a real. You really have to underperform to get the negative points.
Or your team just has to get blown out.
Yeah, or completely wracked.
It means you haven't GG'd early enough.
Yeah, usually. So, all right, we've got a decent break here. We have 3 more games. So today we had 3 games, time slot break, then another 3 games. So we get a little lunch break here, and we'll have 3 more games to close things out. Up next will be Cloud9 versus Compass Gaming, then Secret versus BBC, and then Cloud9 versus Moscow 5 to round things out. So I think suffice it to say, some fun games to come here, Merlini. Cloud9.
Could be in tiebreaker scenario.
Yeah, if Cloud9 wins both of their games coming up. No, it doesn't matter. It's already over. So.
Well, for seeding.
Oh, for seeding, yeah. So it'll probably be Secret 1, Cloud9 2, unless Cloud9 lose both their games, but they're pretty heavy favorites coming in against KPG and Moscow 5. So it's looking pretty good for Cloud9 in this group stage. But we'll have a break, guys. Next match scheduled to start in about an hour and 15 minutes, 12:30 on the Pacific Coast. That is 20:30 CET. I'm Zayori. That's Merlini. Follow us on Twitter at ZayoriTV, at Merlini Dota, and, of course, at BTS to stay updated with all things happening here for the Summit 2 by G2A.com.